kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give to Abanikanda on the option. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Cowboys at 12-3 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
This, the second meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But you look at this defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, but you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll pitch it. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Israel Abanikanda. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complimentary.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On second down, it's Abanikanda. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Third down, here's Abanikanda. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Abanikanda. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 5. Here's Ward. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Washington first down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here's another interception. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now they'll audible to something else. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Stevens. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw now on the final play. Through the middle of the field. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Abanikanda once again, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They go option right on 2nd and goal. He pitches it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Israel Abanikanda. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And quickly they get to the line.
9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give now to Abanikanda. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it with Abanikanda. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 119 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And now a give, but this is going to be a reverse. And a razzle-dazzle not going to work out. And they're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, man, I can't believe this.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest. I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with rush. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't have it ended on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day,
since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like work for 10K or cause it is 10 gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights through the back of the place. Then